Hey there, this is the first in a series of videos about the dress shoulder plaid. Now when I first started my apprenticeship as a kilt maker in the early 70s, they had just fallen out of fashion, and therefore my master didn't teach me how to do it. So I had to spend a considerable amount of time in research, refining my own methods. Now, for the history of the plaid, of course, you can find many other videos on YouTube about the old belted plaid, the great kilt, and I'll refer you to those. In about 1800, I can't recall the exact date, there was a change in the style of men's coats. Instead of being worn open, as we see in the Revolutionary War period, the 1780s, 1770s, 1780s, it became a more closely fitted style that was buttoned up, and there was no longer room for all that massive cloth of a belted plaid. Granted, it was only about 3 yards, but still there's a lot of cloth there. So when they came up with a new fashion of what we call the little kilt now, the dress plaid was retained because a certain conservatism, people get used to seeing things and they wanted to continue the fashion. So what we have here is the dress plaid worn by a corporal or a private in any of the Highland regiments, but this particular one is Seaforth's, of course. And what we have is a green cloth tape, the ubiquitous quartermaster's tape, tied around the waist, a triangle with a rosette on the end. This rosette's come apart and I'll have to sew it back together. This edge lines up with the edge of the outside apron, dresses it off. The plaid hangs down the back and it's just a triangle of cloth. I haven't seen enough of these things because they're extremely rare to see if they made any particular orientation with the lineup of the plaid, or the tartan, the set. I don't believe so. So a basic triangle, a rosette with a loop on the end, which is buttoned over the epaulette, and the tartan just arranges and just hangs down on the back. And that is how, with the reintroduction of with a full dress, that's how we'll start seeing it again. I have no idea what the preferred way was for laying these things out. Incidentally, this is the closest we've seen to how the great kilt was originally fastened with the earlier uniform at the shoulder, just a loop of cloth on the button. So we'll carry on from here. So other ranks, we'll carry on from here to the current officer's plaid, and then after that my version of the dress plaid. Thank you.